afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Taff en route. Today's game is Forest Green away, and as you know, I quite like Forest Green. Not. We just had a nice big McDonald's and Mega Services. I'd rather pay more for McDonald's and Mega Services than put any money into their football club or eat their vegan swill. So, here we go, a nice full belly, en route, and we got some of the last guys who joined us for the Tranmere game. Jeff is on the far side. Matthew is back again, but this time we got Matthew's brother Ryan. There he is, poking through. So Forest Green Rovers away, and they're unbeaten currently in League 2. And if we can end that unbeaten run today, we actually mathematically have a shot to end the day top of the league. So starting with the last time very popular Jeff. Start with yourself. What are your thoughts on today and potentially finishing at top of the league? Do you think we'll win?
Yeah, I think I expect a reaction. I know we got a point on Tuesday, and we had to come back from quite considerable adversity if you consider some of the decisions that went against us. And if you look at the team spirit, the hunger to chase down every single opportunity right to the very end and carry that on today. You know, I don't see why we can't get a result. I think we will. I think the least we'll get is a draw today. We do see the last few matches we've set up better away from home. We've been tighter to begin with. We have obviously given goals away. Obviously in Tranmere we've got a very good goal ourselves, which helps. But I mean, I think we can make this today. I think everybody, you know, they all understand that Forest will be beaten, but they will beat them. It's super new, but we're going to be beaten. And I don't see why we can't do it today aggressively.
Yep.
I'm quite confident.
I mean, I don't get what the difference is between our defence at home and our defence away. Our defence away is very organised, really tough to break down, really strong, you know, really resilient. I don't get why we can't defend like that at home. But I fancy us to not concede, well, more than one goal. I fancy us to score at least one goal. So, in my opinion, I'm going to go for a 2-0 win today. Myself.
I think 2-1. I think 2-1. I've got to be honest, it's quite bizarre. Have a goal difference. I don't think has there ever been a club in history of any league really that got such a negative, you know, got such a bad goal difference and been so high in the table.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. It really is crazy. But I think I would say 2-1. I think.
2-1, yeah. Matthew.
Well, I think after looking at last week's Tuesday's performance, I thought we had the desire and the spirit to dig deep and keep going all the way to the final round. So, which we need to keep this momentum going. We know we can score goals. We've got Matt, who's on really good form at the minute, bagging some goals for us. It's just hope we can keep it going. With Alan chasing the balls all the time, he had one as well Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we can get a couple tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying about fighting spirit. I mean, it's something that we've lacked in recent years, isn't it? You know, I don't know when was the last time we've scored a late winner or equaliser. I think Cheltenham away was the last time I can remember before this season, when we scored it. Well, no. Obviously taken out last season, because last season we got a couple. But obviously since I mean, pre-Flynn, I think it's something that the manager has put into the team. Because pre-Flynn, I think I can only remember one last-minute sort of equaliser or winner, and that was Cheltenham away under Wesley.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he ever did anything good, mind you,
no,
but...
No, don't forget the Grimsby, when we played Grimsby at home, that was the last-minute winner. When the place exploded, didn't it?
When was that one then? That was that under Flynn or before Flynn?
No, this season.
This season. Oh, of course. Yep. So there's a great fighting spirit in the team, yeah. So Ryan's turn, making his Taff en route debut.
Oh yes. Yeah, going back to Tuesday's performance, coming up against the odds with our referee, making some very strange decisions to say the least. You said fighting spirit, coming back against the odds again, making it 3-3. Not the best defensive record, so I can see us leaking a goal. So I'm going to go with a 2-1. But it's just been phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I can see him
What a player.
getting out a goal. And then Jamal Matt as well. He's been playing on form lately, so I can see us 2-1 with those two scoring. But just got to try and tighten up the defence a little bit. Just need to get too many goals, like you said.
You mentioned Jamil Matt. He's never been a prolific goal scorer anywhere where he's been before, but he's got 5 goals in 3 games for us now. I mean, do you think he's found his place?
Well, yeah, surely. Well, starting on the bench constantly, and then finally bringing him off the bench, and then he does this.
I mean,
you've got to keep giving him that starting position.
Something worth noting.
Yeah.
His last 2 teams that he's played for in League 2 have been promoted in recent years. He went up with Blackpool.
Yeah.
I don't think he didn't go up with Plymouth. I think Plymouth went up with Blackpool, but he played at Plymouth the season before when they failed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, basically what I'm saying is, do you think we got the squad there to get promoted? Because it's worth mentioning it now, because we're a top 3 team and we're in October, and we don't look like we're going to go on a losing run.
I think it's the strongest squad we've had since we've been back in the football league.
Yeah.
It's the strongest squad we've probably had since, I don't know, maybe 384. It's they are. Now we've got Cameron Prig cover down there, although I haven't seen Cameron Prig. We've got cover left back now. Basically, he's not the biggest squad, but they are players with technical ability and pitch. And also they've got this fantastic team spirit.
Yep.
And I think the back guys, with Lenny and Finney and Hat, they've got a great management team. And that's way above our weight. I just wish the crowds were a bit bigger to get behind these guys, because something about it, we've got a pretty tasty squad.
Yeah, I mean, it's typical that when we did get the crowd in, they watched us lose 6-0 to bloody Yeovil.
Sounds low. You know, and then it takes a while to get people to come back and realise that they've got a tiny squad of players in their football club.
So they came for the Yeovil game and decided after that, oh no, this is crap, I'm not coming back, and then they missed 2 absolute blinders there.
Yeah, they did.
And
I think you've just got to keep going the way they're going. They can just keep bringing people back in. Keep going the way they're going. Try and stay where we are in the league. Just keep the way we're going with the team spirit. And then people might think, hang on a minute, that Yeovil game was just a one-off. Let's go back and let's watch them again.
yeah.
And that's what they need to do. It's just we need to keep it consistent.
Well, this would be a chance to bring those fans back and beating a team not having lost yet.
Yeah.
So if they see that.
So if we end the day top of the league, that'll certainly turn some heads.
No, massively. The crowd's back.
And well, what I'm finding nice is that it's good to see us mentioned so much on the Football League show, because when you're at the top, they do mention you a lot, don't they? And I think Colin Murray's got a soft spot for us, because I sent him some badges of ours a little while back.
I think we opened a few eyes when we played at Cambridge, and there was that one goal, and there was about 9 or 10 different players touched the ball, and it went all along the deck. We were playing in a white strip that day. Well, if we didn't like Real Madrid, I don't know what we were like. We were more like Real Madrid than Real Madrid. You know? And I think that went around social media as well, and you know, and it opened a few people's eyes to challenge the myth that we're just a long ball team.
Yeah, of course.
We most certainly are not anymore.
I mean, another good example of a well-worked goal is obviously the Butler goal from the corner routine on Tuesday night. That was a good way of getting back into the game, wasn't it?
Straight over the edge of the box.
Dan Butler is such an important player for us. There's no question about it. Playing the way we don't have natural wingers, but Dan Butler bombing on down the left, and some of the crosses he puts in, even sometimes when he's on the opposite flank, when for instance like a throw-in's been taken on a set piece, and his delivery even on his right foot sometimes is absolutely spot on. Can't say enough about the guy. I mean, that's possibly one of the reasons why Jamil Matt is scoring as much as he is at the moment.
When you got Dan Butler giving him his balls in.
Absolutely.
And you can't just not Forbes as well on the other side. Some good ones in for him.
Forbes reminds me very much of Butler when he first joined the club, but is improving a lot quicker than Butler did. I think he had a poor game against Mansfield, but he's finding his feet now. I think he's improving at a more accelerated rate than what Butler did. But Butler, though, by the end of that season, I think it was the the Great Escape season. By the end of that season, Butler for me was one of our better players by the end of it, and then last season, quite rightly, was our best player.
I mean, the thing is, we've signed some great players. I think, as we said before, Flynn had a fantastic pre-season, in the August and summer, with the guys that he brought in on loan and the guys he bought. But, you can't underestimate how important it was to get Dan Butler to sign that contract. Because that was a fantastic piece of business. And
yeah.
You wouldn't have seen him much in the Argos. It might have only been a little headline. But to get him back on board, that was a great bit of business.
We need to get him to sign up again. Because he's such an asset to the team. That's why he only signed a year, didn't he, back in the summer?
Yeah, we need to sign him up.
We need to
2 years
on a 2-year deal to make sure we've got him. The same with Hammond. We need to lock down Hammond as well.
Yeah, there's a few of them we need to lock down. Demetriou, Mark O'Brien, as you said, Hammond.
We can't lose Hammond because his work rate is just unbelievable. Hammond's. He will not stop running for the whole night.
No, he won't. He's a proper centre forward. I mean, like Matty said, he closes down. The work rate is phenomenal. He doesn't give the opposing centre backs defenders 5 seconds to dwell on the ball. He's in their face. He's rushing them. He's pressing them, and then he never stops. And then if it's an opportunity, he knows where to be. And sometimes, as I think this happened on Tuesday, when we really chasing the game at the end, and you get the big man is up there, and perhaps Jama's right up there, and what have you. Sometimes you'll take a midfielder off, and you'll drop Podge back into midfield, into an attacking midfield position. So it balances it out. We're just throwing all strikers and emptying out midfield. It gives an option that you can drop in and be an attacking mid as well, in support of the big guys up front.
Yeah.
And it works. It works. So again, Podge does a brilliant job all round.
Yep. So before we wind this one up, I want to talk about Charlie Cooper, who can't figure today, but for me that's good news. Although I have been eating my words a little bit with him lately. I took to Facebook to say that I'd be happy to drive him back to Forest Green and pay for the petrol, and that would be the best contribution I've made to the club in years. In the last couple of games, he's been called into action, and for me, he's played a lot better than he has done. I'm not saying he's great at the moment, but he's doing a lot better than he initially was. Do you think he's turning a corner for us, or do you think that's the best we'll get out of him?
I hope he's turning a corner, Chris, but I think in the second half in particular, on Tuesday, he started to have a little bit more time on the ball, whereas he's been a little bit in his early matches that I've seen, like the ball will bounce off his shin pad and he's losing control of it straight away. Yeah. But he seemed to have time on Tuesday, especially second half, thinking it well, didn't waste the ball, found the player. And I certainly feel it's the best I've seen him play on Tuesday.
Yeah, well, it looked like he was playing with a bit of confidence. He was nipping some good balls about, especially as you said in the second half. But then before that, though, a lot of the time I find if he tries to play a progressive ball, he loses it. So he's not playing balls progressively. He's just playing possession play, which anyone can do. I can stand in the middle of the pitch and just take the ball and pass it back to a defender, all day. Obviously, I'd only last 5 minutes before I'm hanging out in my arse, of course. But for me, I still don't think he's good enough. And for me, it's going to be good to see Robbie Wilmot back because his suspension is up now. Yeah. Unfortunately, it was only for league games. If it wasn't only for league games, it'd have been back in time for Tuesday night. But I think he would have made a difference. Do you think Wilmot will get the nod to take Cooper's place today?
I think he will. I think Bob today. I don't know what the score is, but Mike Dolan. I'd like to think that he's close to fitness, but I don't know whether he is.
And Andrew Crofts as well, mind.
Well, is Crofts fit? Is he likely to come back today? I don't know.
Well, Leanne's shaking her head. She doesn't want to be on the camera, but she's shaking her head. Apparently, Leanne and Phil and all that saw a bunch of the players in Morrison's yesterday. And Leanne's got the scoop, but she doesn't want to give it to you guys. I'd be having words with her.
I just think, in answer to your question, I think Robbie will be.
Yeah.
I think with the contributions that Robbie can give in any aspect of the game, you have to start. Like you said yourself, I have been best impressed with him. But the more game time he is getting, the more he is coming along.
Yeah.
but I still don't think he's quite ready. The way you have Rob not ready,
Yeah.
you've got to play it.
That's it. So the final question then, guys, before we wrap this up, we've babbled on for 15 minutes now. Do we stick with the 3 up front today, or do we revert back to a 3-man midfield and a 5-man defence?
Right, if I can I take that one first?
Of course.
I thought, to be honest with you, I don't say 4-3-3 on Tuesday, and I thought, irrespective of the fact that we were 2 goals down for quickly, I thought just my personal opinion, I thought the first 20 odd minutes were a little bit too back to front, a little bit looking for Jammer, I'll be honest. And I think the 5-3-2 suits us better. Because we don't have outlet wingers. I think the 5-3-2 suits us better. And I'd stick the 5-3-2 at home. I really would. I mean, I'm pretty ancient, and I can remember years ago we had a left winger called Kevin Morden in the county. Some of them might remember him. And he had about 3 or 4 tricks. We used to do all the right backs in the old 4th division with those 3 or 4 tricks, because in those days there was no video coverage of anybody's matches, so if they didn't get to know throughout the league what Kev could do.
Yeah.
And the other thing was, never mind foreigners, Moro was a brilliant diver. He could fall over, the wind would blow him over when he got near the penalty area, but it was like, they were wingers. They were out and out wingers, and that's what we sort of excelled at. Don't have that when we're playing 4-3-3. I think that can lead us to possibly going a bit more direct, which, you don't want to see to me. I just think the team's better balanced to play football with the wing backs banging on, with Forbes and Butts banging on. So I would stick with the 5-3-2.
5-3-2, yeah, exactly what I would do. But then the only problem that presents then, who's the 2 strikers who start?
Well, I would go with today, Matt and Podge.
Matt and Podge? Yeah, I wouldn't go far wrong with that one then, yeah. What about you 2 lads, and then we'll wrap it up then?
I'd say 5-3-2 as well.
Yeah.
But I'd chuck Harrison. Give Harrison a little run. We haven't seen him since injury. I'd put him and Matt up to see how well. We know how well Matt and Alan can do together. Let's just try and mix it up a bit. Let's see how
maybe throw something in that they won't be expecting.
Yeah. Put Harrison and give Harrison Matt a go to something, because they'll think, they play Alan, give them something unexpected.
Okay. And finally, Brian.
5-3-2. I think it just works well for us. We play well with the wingers. I play as a right wing back myself, and it just gives you so much more options down the wing. Constantly, it gives you more of an attacking threat. As long as those wingers are willing to work backwards, it just gives you so much more of a threatening option.
Covering a lot of the field then, aren't you, with wing backs? Yeah.
Jaman and Hodge up front.
Marvellous. So there you have it then, guys. We're on our way now. We're not that far away, so hopefully the Kinky will get us 3 points. See you all up there.
Yeah.
Thanks all for watching, and as per usual, up the Kinky.